With Halloween just around the corner tonight in our health headlines, we are looking at ways to stay safe. And while Halloween is typically a fun time, it can also pose dangers from pedestrian accidents to poisoning. So with me now is Dr. Mitchel Goldman from UCSD, as he is every Tuesday, with how to keep safe this Halloween. Thanks for being here.
It's great to be here.
As we were just mentioning, with Halloween comes a lot of safety warnings for parents every year, from costumes to candy. So let's start with the overall concept of supervision. What should parents be telling their kids before they head out and when they get home?
Well, it's what we tell them all the time. Don't talk to strangers, stay in groups. When you're going out, don't try to run across the street and get all excited with the candy rush. You got to play it safe, because now there's actually 50% more accidents happen from kids just running around. Now we're looking at all the candy, and that candy can be good and bad. You eat a lot of candy, especially that with high fructose corn syrup. It's going to give you an incredible sugar rush, make the kids go crazy. So how do we get around it? You got to feed the kids before they go outside. So give them something to eat before they go trick-or-treating, and there's a lot less stuff they're going to be putting into their mouths then.
Well, you mentioned the crowds out there, and 9 of 10 parents do say their children participate in Halloween each year, so that's a lot of kids running door to door. What can we do when it comes to costumes to prevent any kind of injuries there?
There's a few things. First of all, make sure that the costumes are actually lit up. You can actually buy fluorescent types of tapes and strips so that if a light shines on it, it's going to light up. Don't go out in a black costume. And then a lot of kids will actually have a flashlight or a glow stick with them as well. But stay in groups is the most important thing. One other thing is masks. If your kids are wearing a Halloween mask, they're not going to be able to see really well from the side. And then that could cause them to fall down or run someplace they're not going to run. So it's so much better to do face paints.
Well, something that's interesting to just about everybody in the studio when we started talking about it is the candy, in terms of which ones are the best to eat when you're watching your calories. So give us your best.
Well, I think the best is what you like the best, which is Reese's peanut butter cups. So they actually are high in protein, not a lot of fat, and not a lot of high fructose corn syrup. So you want to stay away from that. Other good things are things with dark chocolate in it. We talk about dark chocolate having antioxidants in it, and that's really good. So you can see Twizzlers. Twizzlers is okay, as well as some M&Ms with peanuts. So there's certain types of food that actually is okay. The worst is actually some people's favorite, and that's candy corn, because you want to try to avoid things with high fructose corn syrup. My favorite is Raisinets, and so you get a little bit of fruit at the same time that you're getting a little bit of dark chocolate Raisinets, which are actually the absolute best.
And portions are important. You're showing how to keep that count at 100 calories, having just, one Mounds bar and maybe 2 Jolly Ranchers, so that's helpful as well. What are your tips for parent drivers who might be behind the wheel that night? Because that's sometimes an area that we might forget.
Kathleen, it's really important. Remember, twice as many accidents occur on the streets in Halloween with all the kids running back and forth. So please, if you're a parent, you got to drive slower. You got to keep the radio off. Don't text, don't do your cell phone. Be very aware, because you never know what kind of spooky little critter is going to be running across the street.
That's for sure. Dr. Mitchel Goldman, thank you for coming in.
Always good to be here.